Greetings and welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast. In this podcast, we'll dive deep into reparenting, exploring all of the tools and resources that you'll need to help you along your journey. This podcast is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading. The second is a discussion of the reading followed by suggested journal prompts. And the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us today. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Before we dive in, a quick reminder. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps spread the word and grow this community of self-reparenting. Now for a few updates. First, I'm excited to introduce our Patreon community, where for a small monthly fee, you can join us for 3 weekly reparenting support meetings. Sundays, we have a guided meditation for emotional grounding. On Tuesdays, we have a book club discussion for deeper discussions and growth. And on Thursdays, we have open topic conversations for real-time support on any topics that may come up. You can find all of the details about what's included in this community by going to the Reparenting Daily website and checking out the community tab. In addition, we now have a WhatsApp support group, a global network of fellow travelers available anytime you need encouragement, guidance, or simple connection. This is just one of the many ways we're building a strong, supportive space for your reparenting journey. The next announcement is that I've just released my first few books. The first is the Reparenting Daily Journal, a structured 365-day guide to help you work through reparenting day by day. Starting in 2025, each month focuses on a key theme with weekly sub-themes. The Reparenting Daily podcast episodes align with the journal, making it an interactive and immersive experience to help you stay focused and ensure real progress this year. Now for the next announcement, I'm thrilled to introduce Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily, a collection of 3 books inspired by Jungian analysis, mythology, philosophy, psychology, and most importantly, the work of Marie-Louise von Franz. These short, simple stories are designed to help you reconnect with your inner child and experience healing through storytelling. What makes these books unique? Well, at the end of each story, there's a deep dive analysis exploring its themes, explored by journal prompts to help you reflect on how these lessons relate to your personal journey. All of these books are now available on Amazon, so go ahead and take a look and support this project. Reparenting is a journey of growth, iterative change, and continuous improvement. Much like nurturing the bonsai tree, it requires patience, care, consistency, and attention. Thanks for being here and supporting this work, and for committing on your journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from Psychology Today, and it's an article entitled 10 Steps to Manage Strong Emotions. Just as a reminder, we're in May, and the theme is emotional regulation. We're in week 2, which is May 8th to 14th, and the theme for this week is managing strong emotions. As a reminder, I'll read a portion of the article, and you can find the link in the show notes to read it in its entirety when you have time. Today, I will let myself feel what I am feeling, and let my children feel what they are feeling. I pay attention to what each of us is feeling, and give those feelings some respect and space. There's nothing so bad about them. They are only feelings, and need not threaten me. A quote from Tiana Dayton. Are your emotions dangerous? Never. But most of us are afraid of our strong feelings. Why? Because the power of wrong emotions can be overwhelming. Often those emotions drive us to do things we're sorry for later. Whether that's being physically rough with our child, screaming something hurtful at our partner, or throwing a tantrum where we stop and yell. But it isn't the feelings that are dangerous. What's dangerous is taking action based on those feelings. At the time, we feel justified in lashing out. We think we're addressing the problem. But the actions we take when we're angry are designed only to alleviate our upsetting feelings. So despite our urgent need to take action, the action we take when we're upset makes everything worse. So, should we repress our emotions? No. When we stuff down our feelings rather than acknowledge them, we carry them around like a boiling pot. We make ourselves sick and tired. our feelings burst out unbidden, and we find ourselves out of control. You may know this as the mommy or daddy tantrum. Luckily, there's a better solution, and it's the key to healthy emotional self management: how to allow yourself to feel all of your emotions, but resist acting on them while you're upset. Thanks, and that's the reading for today. Today's reading, 10 Tips to Manage Strong Emotions, offers a clear, compassionate, and practical guide for navigating emotional intensity, which is perfectly aligned with this month's theme as well as this week's theme. The core message is that emotions are not dangerous, but acting on them while dysregulated can be. This article emphasized that feelings should be not suppressed or ignored, but rather acknowledged, felt, and respected without immediate reacting. This approach, called self regulation, allows us to pause, interpret what our emotions are really telling us, and respond more thoughtfully. Each time we do this, we rewire our nervous system for greater resilience, breaking the cycle of impulsive reactions. This reading also invites us to see strong emotions as signals, not threats, and encourages slowing down long enough to find the vulnerable feelings underneath more reactive feelings like anger. It explains that many of our extreme emotional responses come from old wounds or fear based interpretations, and that recognizing this helps us move towards healing. Importantly, the piece normalizes the experience of feeling overwhelmed while offering actionable tools like deep breathing, journaling, or simply waiting until you're calm before responding. This guidance not only strengthens emotional regulation, but supports healthier relationships, especially with our children and partners, by modeling emotional maturity and presence. As we look at the journal prompts today, number 1, when I last felt overwhelmed by a strong emotion, what action did I take, and how might I respond differently next time using one of these tools? Number 2, what reactive behavior, snapping, withdrawing, over explaining, do I use to defend myself against vulnerable emotions like sadness or fear? And number 3, what would it look like to pause, feel, and observe my emotions this week without acting on them right away? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself. Please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.